Hi guys, Rob here, back again for another video. Today I'm just going to discuss what went on today at Collectormania 23, Milton Keynes Comic-Con. Um, like I said, Comic-Con season now is in full swing. Last month was MCM, today was Milton Keynes, and next month is London. Um, I always go to Milton Keynes in London. Milton Keynes is about a half-hour train ride outside London, and it is the second uh, the number two con under the show Master's Reign, after London, of course. And they tend to get a few good names. Last year, they have 2 year. Last year, I spent quite a bit of money before London, but there weren't as many names today. They're there this year. I don't know why. Luckily for me, because obviously with London next month and the amount of names that they have there, I need to save money. So I'm just going to talk about the experience, who I met, and what I got signed, and hopefully you guys enjoy the ride. So, me, Craig, Sam, Karen, and Maxine, my friends who I went with, we all got on the train there, and we get it because it's held at Milton Keynes Don Stadium, which is a football stadium. And the layout was a lot different compared to the years before. It was a lot more crammed in this time. I don't know why. But it was very narrow. It wasn't a big sellout. I think because of the weather, because it was raining, a lot of people wanted to go out. There wasn't a lot of cosplaying going on, so I think that put a damper on the day for a lot of things. But the first people we went to see were the wrestlers. Obviously, us being wrestling fans, I didn't get anything done by the wrestlers because I had met the Dudley Boys before. I've met Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Downs before. I've met Velvet Sky before, but Velvet Sky, the way she was dressed, wow, so hot, so hot. And like we were just like, so we were hanging out with wrestlers for a bit, and then like Maxine was telling us that Devon Dudley was flirting with her, and so we were just taking the mickey out of her all day, which is quite funny. Now, when you pre-order a photo ticket, they'll give you a photo ticket, and it'll have the name of the guest in it, and my friends got a ticket for the Dudley Boys, and on it said Bull Ray, and Devon. Bull Ray and Devon. Not Bully Ray and Devon, Bull Ray and Devon. So all day we were just, oh look, it's Bull Ray and Devon. Right, Devon? We were just like proper cracking up. My first photo shoot was at half 12, so mine was the first photo shoot of the day, and it was by this. Now this was actually the biggest name there, Chad Coleman. Now if you don't know who Chad Coleman is, he plays Tyrese in The Walking Dead, who unfortunately died this season on the season premiere of the second half of the return season. So I met Tyrese. Such a nice man. He's a lot shorter than I thought he'd be. Because obviously in The Walking Dead he looks like an absolute mountain. But as you can see, I'm the same height as him. Well, just about the same height as him. So happy to meet him because he was supposed to do London Con 2 years ago but cancelled. Same con actually I met John Bernthal at The Punisher, by the way. So I'm happy they finally got him back. So I'm so happy I finally got to meet him. He was like my number one guy to meet at today's con. There was no way I was missing out on him. And then we hanged around the photo shoot areas for a bit because my friends were getting some photo shoots done, and there was a lot of hanging around. Like my friends, they're big Arsenal fans. A lot of them, Arsenal fans. And Ian Wright was doing a shoot today, so like, oh, I gotta get Ian Wright. Ian Wright. Oh, I gotta do Ian Wright. I'll look after the bags, as I do. And then my next shoot was now. I'm not a big box. Actually, no, I'm not a boxing fan at all. I don't like boxing. I don't understand boxing. I don't know how it works. The only reason that I've gone to boxing events is because of my best mate Daniel Vano is massively into boxing and he wants to become a boxing journalist, and I want to support him in that, and he's asked me to go to fights with him, so I've gone to fights with him, especially like the fights of a certain Kevin Mitchell. Kevin Mitchell is a boxer from West Ham, and West Ham is obviously my football team. And you know, he comes out to I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles. His short colours are claret and blue, so obviously, you know, I automatically take a liking to this guy. Now, a big thing with Milton Keynes Con is that they get a lot of sports guys. They get a lot of football guys. They get a lot of boxing guys. And they had the likes of Carl Froch there, Anthony Joshua, Kell Brook, Ricky Burns, so forth and so on. Frank Bruno. But when I saw that Kevin Mitchell was there, so I thought, all right, I've got to get a photo with this guy. So I met Kevin Mitchell. Such a nice guy. Obviously, did the crossed hammers for West Ham. He's like, yeah, damn straight. Come on, your lines. So, such a nice guy. Because obviously last week they had the big, the O2. It was a big, massive boxing event. Literally, I think like half the card were there today. So, glad I met him. What next? And then my friends again were, well, I was waiting for photo shoots again for them. So I was looking after my bags. And at this point, I realised I hadn't got any autographs yet, and like the day was going on, so I had to go get autographs. Now I had already like gone around the whole entire place once, and I hadn't come across Chad Coleman and Nick Blood yet. So where is people? I had to go ask, like, where is this? Who's that? Oh, can you keep it going that round there? You'll see him when you're left. Oh, I had to go all the way around, and I saw him. Chad Coleman had the biggest line in the joint. And you know, perfectly good reason. They wouldn't let me in the queue. They said, come back in 10 minutes and I'll let you in the queue. Alright. But next door was Nick Blood. So I'm like, alright, I'll go get an autograph from Nick Blood. Now, if everyone remembers, at MCM last month, Nick Blood did MCM last month, and Mark met Nick Blood there at a cost of £45. I said I wasn't going to go and meet Nick Blood for that, because I know he was doing this con, and it was only going to charge me £30, which I did. So I went and got my autograph from Nick Blood. Such a nice guy. Now, I don't really, when I go and talk to the guys, I don't really blabber and get caught up in my words. But for some reason, when I met Nick Blood, I'm just like, hey, how you doing? How's your day been? He's like, oh, it's been good. How's your day been? Oh, I've been fine, man. So I'm like, so what's going on with season 3, man? He's like, oh, no, we go back shooting. We start next month with meetings and stuff and script table readings and stuff. I'm like, oh, good, man. I really hope you get a bigger part next season. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you had quite a good part this season. Why did I just say that? And then I say it again. Oh, I hope you get a bigger part next season. I really enjoy you. This is generally the shit's coming out of my mouth right now. He's like, oh, thanks, man, thanks. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait for season 3 to come. I'm like, yeah, I really enjoy how the British people are getting footage on S.H.I.E.L.D. This is generally what I was saying. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm a blithering idiot. He's like, thanks. I'm like, have a nice weekend. Bye. And I walked up, I'm like, you numpty, you absolute numpty. You've just met Nick Blood. You know, I never get problems like that. I'm just like, hey, how you doing? Enjoy your day. Hope you enjoy the weekend. Blah, blah, blah. Good, thanks, man. Yeah. Now I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So, I don't know if this is the same one that Mark got, but, you know. So, Robbie, Nick Blood was here. Nick Blood. So, boom. That's that. Then I was let into the Chad Coleman queue. Now, I'm going to a little story here. I'm in the Chad Coleman queue, and about 2 people in front of me, there's this girl, and she cosplayed as Rosita, and she looked, you know, pulled it off really well. She's like, she goes to meet Chad Coleman, and she just bursts into tears, and she's shaking, and I'm just like, whoa, what's going on here? And like, Chad's just like, whoa, don't be doing that. Like, come here. Like, he gets up, he hugs her. He's like, hey, you okay? I'm just like, what the? Why are you crying? I understand Tyrese was such a big character. I mean, everybody loved Tyrese, and it was sad when he died. And like, don't cry in front of the man. But, you know, big respect to Chad Coleman getting up, hugging the girl, posing for a photo, you know, complimenting her on her attire. So big respect. So, yeah. And so when I went up there, I'm like, oh man, just, I'm so gutted. I was so sad when you died, you know, especially with Beth dying in the previous episode, then you dying in that episode. And I just felt like you was the embodiment of the conscience of the group, and you're just like such a big part. And man, I was like, I wasn't getting emotional, but I was just telling him how much he meant. Because who didn't like Tyrese? Everybody liked Tyrese, you know. He was a badass, but he was goodwill. He had a good mind, he had a good heart, but he was a badass at the same time. You're just like, well, that's great. So I had to pick up an autograph for Mark and an autograph for Simon, but also I picked up one for me, and I got us all 3 different pictures. So I got this bad boy to Robbie, Chad Coleman, and he signed everything Walking Dead related. He would sign it, Tyrese, rest in peace, which is really, really good. Man, gotta love Tyrese. So I'm really happy with that. Next, I had the photo shoot with Nick Blood. So there we go. That's him there, Mr. Nick Blood. Lance Hunter from S.H.I.E.L.D. And that was at 3:30. Now, it was all like the rest of the photo shoots now. So I'm just hanging around at this point. I'm like, I've got nothing to do. I'm looking after bags now for 2 hours. And Maxine, the Dudley boys were having their photo shoot. And Maxine was like, I'm going to go and get my photo shoot. And Devon was just constantly flirting with her, and it was so funny. And we're standing on the concourse, and like they finished their shoot, and so they're walking by, and Maxine's like just like that there, like talking to me, and Devon's like walking past, and Devon just grabs her arm and pulls her with him, and it was just so funny. Oh, we cracked up so much. That was pretty much the highlight of the day. Now, secretly, I went and bought another photo ticket for a certain someone because I just couldn't not get a photo with this person because of how hot she looked. And it is Velvet Sky. Now, I've met Velvet Sky before. I've got a photo of Velvet Sky before. But obviously with the pro shoots, it's different. I mean, goddamn. Boom. Velvet Sky, right there. It was really weird because obviously Bubba Ray Dudley and Velvet Sky actually go out in real life. So Dudley Boys did their shoot, so they went away. And then when Velvet Sky came up for her photo shoot, I think it was like half hour later, Bubba Ray actually accompanied her. And he was standing behind the cameraman, eyeing up literally all the guys that was having a photo shoot with her. And that was proper, like, wow, intimidating. So like, if you look at my photo, right, my hand is just there in the middle. Like, it's not around her at all. I'm like, I can't touch her. I can't touch her, not with him looking at me. Obviously, like, put your arm around, you know, you do a pose, do whatever, good times. Like, no, I can't touch her. Can't touch her at all. It's like, oh, thank you very much. And I'm just like, I walked away, got my phone, like, damn, she fine. But Velvet Sky is definitely aging really well. Boom. But yeah, that is pretty much my day. I'm sorry for not getting actually any footage, but there really wasn't a lot of footage to go on. Because it literally was just corridors. And rain. Rain and corridors. Well done. So then, after that, we all go home. And, que sera, sera. Whatever be will be. So I hope you enjoyed this video of me just blabbering on. I mean, of course, there was about 3 or 4 other people that I would have loved to meet because of budgetary reasons I couldn't. One of them being Blake Foster, who played Justin in Power Rangers Zeo. No one was Anthony something, who plays Victor Zars in Gotham, was there. Erin Richards, who plays Barbara in Gotham, was supposed to be there, but she cancelled last week, unfortunately. So hopefully she'll do another con at some point. But yeah, you know, with cons they just get so expensive. I mean, LFCC, I'm spending too much money as it is, but you know, with everybody coming down, don't worry. London Film and Comic Con will be the best video you will ever see. It's going to have me. It's going to have Vino. It's going to have Mark Newton 89. It's going to have Comic Book Geek 1. It's going to have Dave Munns. Literally, the UK portion of the YouTube comic book community will be in my video. Well, the people that I'm friends with anyway. And it's going to be a fun video. It's going to be crazy. We're going to have fun, and it's going to be immense. But you know, today was just a warm up for LFCC. So again, I'll say I hope you enjoy my video. Walking Dead, Agents of Shield, Velvet Sky, boom. Kevin Mitchell, come on your irons. So keep everyone's pages, and peace.